Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mushi.
How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Pajwa?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah.
Awesome. Awesome. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, busy weekend.
It's good. Busy is good. At least you get to, hopefully, you get to relax a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. I will share my desktop, and today we are going to do a little bit different. We'll ask folks be part of it, make it more discussion than typically what we do. You can see my desktop, right?
Yes.
And I see today we got some new folks joined, but we'll go ahead. So welcome everyone. This is what we do every week. What we do, we get together on especially Friday, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do our own due diligence research. And on the day of Monday, when you go in trade, sometimes we go with a prepared. Honestly, sometimes most of the time we are prepared for the week. We look ahead. We plan for the week, things what we're going to be thinking to trade or what we're thinking to buy and sell. So those who is with us, and welcome. And please do visit our website if you have not. We are a non-profit organization. Our food bank website is urbanfoodalliance.org, and our sister organization, our program UrbanHood is an educational program. Its purpose of UrbanHood is not for profit. Take a look at it. There are a lot of free resources on the website. Everything we are going to be sharing is all our own opinion only. This is not a financial advice. Or as a investor, we want you to do your own due diligence. Make sure you do your homework. So today's topic, typically we follow this pattern. We start with the market economy, and then we dive into slowly in stock, and some of us who is a little bit advanced does some derivatives on options, and some also does in futures, so that if they are with us they will share. And then sometimes we talk about for real estate, and of course, okay, we try to close it up with exciting crypto, those who is doing crypto trading. So as far as market economy, that if you are looking at S&P, that gives you a temperature of what's happening last 6 weeks. Last 6 weeks, if you can see, as S&P is been up. So what that means? That means we are still in a bullish market. And if you compare last 6 years, this is the best, the bull run that in last 6 years. So those of us who is making money enjoy the trip, but at the same time do not think it can go up forever. So take advantage of, take advantage of taking some profit. It can, because you can never know when it might pull back, but still, it's always good to take some profit off the table. That's the best practice, to uh, take some profit off. The next is stock market rallies. If you look at it, that all the news events happening in the country, outside the country, globally, is a good sign. Things are turning around, and hopefully economic is opening up, countries are opening up. That still it's a bullish run. Next, last week, those who followed that the labor market, the data last Friday, it came out great, and that also giving us that supply or labor market shortage that we are hearing, that is, which is good. But one of the key things, the labor market is here. You can see 200, over 200,000 women are part of it. So what that means, in the past, that whole, the economists or the investors are afraid, especially mothers, or so a lot of women, they are stuck with their house, and they do not want to get back to, due to other the family commitment, or some other life career choice they're making. So then they are finding a shortage is in that that the women field. So last Friday's number was really good. That gave more boost up that a lot of women are coming forward, finding the balance of their current life and then coming back to workforce. So lastly, variables, things are changes every week. We know that currently in Europe, all those world leaders are getting together to figure out what they can do with the green energy, or how we can make this whole world a better place to live, right? So they are talking about investment in green energy. So what is that means to you? That means you are going to see that, just like EV market, there are more utility business, there are windmill business, are a lot of more business in that industry is going to come forward. Just like the crypto, you are going to be seeing that more, but there will be a lot of volatility, so many ideas going to coming in. Please do your own due diligence before hey, this company is going to do very well when all the infrastructure bill or world leaders or world country, all the other countries are investing in the solar energy and green energy, wind energy. Is this the right for you? If you don't understand the business, do not get into it, but take your time. But there will be a good amount of chunk of an amount of investment going to be in that world. So today I was listening to Bloomberg, and according to Bloomberg, if they are looking at whole world, is close to over $100 trillion of invest going to be happening in that field. But there's going to be last next 30-40 years. So this industry is going to be revamped, the whole thing, but this is a good thing to keep an eye. There will be a lot of disruptors coming up. So tax problem, we are seeing that, and with that, we are seeing whole media everywhere. Now I see that there is a conversation happening in Elon Musk is selling, should he sell his 10% of this and then to save tax and so on, and all the other things. And others are other some of my friends are, did it very well. They said, hey, if I sell this year, I'm going to get slaughtered. I'm not selling it. By all means, you just have to make your decision. Is this the best thing for you, or you want to just hang on to it? But uh, it is always good to have a professional uh, advice. Make sure you do the right thing. Supply chain, as usual, is a concern, but the holidays are coming. We know that some of the numbers came in inflation this week. I'm going to dive into so soon. Is going to give us a little bit more, what's happening in that industry. But overall, it still is concerning. And all the China and labor shortage still is a concern. So look ahead. What do we see this week is in China? The China tech, the earnings are going to be more earnings coming in. But this week, one of the big one is 10 cents. 10 cents is coming, and you're going to see. Let's see how 10 cents is doing it. In the past, we have seen they got something shocking. Alibaba's sales day. They have the biggest sales day, just like we have a Black Friday and Amazon Prime Day. But when Alibaba have their sales day, they keep beating all the record number. So those who watch Alibaba last week, it got pulled back, and we'll see now how Alibaba does it. But we know that some of the money in institution keep putting in China market, they are eyeing on Alibaba. Evergrande's saga is still keep happening, and it's not going away so quick. So keep an eye in the real estate. Those who is thinking real estate in Asia, in Europe market, same the COP26, the global warming conference, green energy. This all the world leaders are finding one thing common, that they are going to come up more and more tax rebate or program to encourage investors, private sectors, get into this sector, this area in green energy to save the earth. So they're all on the same page, and on there, our President Biden had a bold the statement saying that America would love to take the lead on this, and that that Biden's infrastructure bill got approved last week. You'll see more and more things might come for this. So keep an eye on this. AstraZeneca earnings is coming. That we said in Europe, a couple other biotech, whole healthcare are. I just messed up with my update. Sorry, it should be in healthcare, not finance. AstraZeneca then is coming, and Alliance is the insurance, and a couple other insurance earnings also coming this week. We'll see in how Europe, whole UK is doing overall, but this is not alarming. It's all good. And then closing up with, before I do the discussion mode with Americas, what's happening in America's markets, more and more earnings are coming in. I will open up the earning chart. In there, that you're going to see that we'll talk about earnings. But then the other big thing is major milestone starting tomorrow. You're going to November 8th, that US is allowing anyone who has vaccine, especially anyone means foreign citizens who wants to come here, as a tourist and travel. They had a restriction before. Now they're opening it up. This is a big milestone. So what that means, those who is holding the travel industry stock, that you are going to see that might boost up a little bit, right? And then inflation, more inflation data is coming up. So as I said earlier, that some of the warnings in the variable side, they're looking at that things are rising, no matter what Fed is saying, Powell is saying this is a transitory. It's not true. It is becoming more and more reality that things are going to get more higher and more expensive. Some number are going to come up this week. But one of the things that analysts are saying, this is the highest inflation growth in the country since 1991. So whatever you're doing, don't think your money is keep growing. You gotta put it to your money work for you, so you can beat that inflation. Now, I wanna hear from you guys. What do you guys know? What are you guys thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you with me?
Yes.
I don't want to be the first one.
Abdul, what's on your mind? I'm gonna call you out. You are looking at my Bitcoin map.
So the only thing
Mushi, Boeing from Friday, it had a big explosion on the price. Nice movement with all the travel industry after Pfizer's news on the COVID pill.
Mhm.
And as you said, all the travel industry, hotels, Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, airlines, they've all showing bullish signals in heavy buying. You saw Expedia after earnings was up about $30. Airbnb, watch it this week. It's also going up. It should clear maybe even by Friday 210. We may hit 210 on Airbnb. So that's what I'm looking on that side. Another one I've been playing and trading is Lucid. I think this week's gonna be another big week for Lucid. Last week it moved about $7.
Yeah.
This week I saw a lot of options activity on this. So let's see what happens this week.
So you said Boeing, right?
Yes, Boeing.
So I am sharing my desktop just so you guys can see it, right? Let's open up Boeing. Let's see what do we see on Boeing. Holy cow, on a Boeing part per day, it looks like. last few days, you are looking at daily chart. Boeing came all the way down now. Last few days, it was, oh man, 224 Boeing touched last week,
Yes.
last
on
Friday.
Friday.
Damn, I
Yep.
didn't. I was doing covered call on Boeing, selling Boeing. I was looking at it. You see, I lost track at it. You know, by looking at all the Tesla and Amazon, I was celebrating. When Boeing came down here, I wanted Boeing go down below 200, 205. There's a number I had in mind. It did, but then I did not go buy sell. Did not put my sell order because what I saw that it might have Boeing had a trend. It could go down, but this is also perfect example. Those of us, if you lose, sometimes you lose your focus, you miss out. But I could have bought my stock back and save it, but I still have time till February because I was selling Boeing February next year. That it will be below 220. They also I will lose money, but it's coming. But it's good that I could have participate that. But it's very good. Boeing as wow, it's steady. That is keep growing. And it can come, it has a momentum, but you can see that Boeing many times it came down. It came down to around 200, 207. It comes back to 240. So here's the 229. It pulled back. It stayed, pull back. It did before many times. 240. It's a zigzag. It comes here, goes up, down. I'm there. It doesn't. 240. It's come back again. So let's see if it stays the momentum.
Ready?
But I would not, those who is thinking Boeing, I would not chase it now. It's too high for this price. Do you agree, Abdul?
I do agree, but you know what?
For the
right now,
short term, I'm saying for the short term. For the
For
long
short
term,
term,
it's
yeah.
good. For the short
short
term, it is not. But for the long term, Boeing is still a good company. I think
That's right.
those of us that that I'm here, I kept saying Boeing good company. I have long term that Boeing you are going to see is going to turn around. What's happening is all short term.
Also watch LYV on Monday.
LYV.
Yep.
LYV.
Live Nation.
Live Nation. Okay. Wow. LYV. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful chart.
Yep. On Thursday had strong earnings after market close, and it just gapped up on the morning. It's going higher. It's going higher.
Yeah, the huge jump it made right after the earnings. So yeah, tomorrow you're going to see they're going to be celebrating, hopefully. That's good. So we shared before last week and then on this one on Amazon. How many of you played Amazon? Amazon and Tesla, we talked about earlier.
I played Amazon. I took your
Awesome. Wow, we gotta hear that story, man. Come on, you gotta have
and I
Amazon.
must say that was a great call because I was in it like a hawk. I was just waiting for entries and exit. That's it.
Right, which is good. Amazon is like, if you look at it in a 4-hour chart, look at it. 4 hours, beautiful. Last 4 hours, even it came down here 32.97. Since then on, if you're looking at the chart, it just keep going high, high, high. It's not. And then last Friday, what happened? It went up above 35 and it pulled back a little bit, right? Small pullback last Friday. You see around 34, below 35. And then right before market closed, then and then it did a big move happen right before market closed last week, right?
Yep.
If you guys now you're looking at the chart, but when this happened, what happened? And I started loading more Amazon. I took advantage of it, and I'm hoping, and I'm very confident Amazon is going to pay back. You're going to see that this coming week, Amazon is ready to go over 35, 36. This week.
Yeah, because their all-time high is like what
37 something. Yeah,
37.75. Yeah,
their
I'm
all-time
chart
is,
now.
you were looking at here, see 37.67.
Yep. Just one thing I want to add to an earlier question that you asked. Like, I actually had Airbnb on my top list as well because 2 weeks ago when we talked about it, that when economy is going to open, that was my number one go-to because I know it's been down for the serious time, longest time.
Mhm.
So second thing, I was looking at the hospitality business. So there's a lot of hospitality trusts that you can get into. And of course, AHT got the wind of it earlier this year in May, when
Mhm.
AHT jumped from what, some cents, 50 cents, 38 cents, all the way to $7 something something. So it's
Mhm.
down again, and it's a very good opportunity to get in. So because the reason this hospitality trust is important to understand, because remember, just like you have a teacher's trust, right, where you
Mhm.
put your pension funds and retirement funds, this hospitality trust, remember, in all these hotel business, there's a major labor force there, and they put their money in there.
Mhm.
So if
Right.
they know that labor is coming back, it is
Mhm.
expected that pension fund is going to increase significantly. So take a look at that.
Mhm.
Similarly, airline, we already mentioned. Also, I'm looking at cruise, because as travel is opening, the cruise has been like, a little in the slumps, because one country is open to cruise, the other country is not open. Now, if it's going to be open all across, it will definitely benefit them big time.
Mhm.
FSR is coming with a major event in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Fisker Automotive. So that's what I'm looking at, because it jumped from $13 all the way to 19. And that is pretty solid run, I would say, because if you look at how their options pay, they pay really handsomely. So that's good.
Mhm.
Disney, very good, because Disney's finally recovering. And I sold some options on Friday. I'm holding some, so I'm looking forward to it. As airline is picking up more and more, remember the engines they made, they don't make their own engines. Engines are coming from Rolls-Royce. So I'm putting a lot of bet on that one, that I'm anticipating it to go much higher, because Rolls-Royce makes the engines and they charge by the mileage that you put on the engine. So that's
Mhm.
definitely a good one I'm looking at. United Rentals, if this bill gets approved for the infrastructure, remember, government does not own these heavy machineries, whatnot. It's all rented from United Rentals. And that is why that stock is on my radar as well to go up.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know, I see some people try to join with this Zoom, and the name, they when they join it, they put the name some crazy name, Zoom user, Zoom master, Zoom boss, right? And just, the many times when we have people coming in, they're just heckling in our rooms, and a lot of vulgar words that we do not know who they are. So I am denying their access. When they're in wedding, I don't let them get in. Just want to let you guys know. Please, if your intent is truly just be part of a place and be honest, put your name onto it. Or if you put some fake stuff, I'm sorry, we'll not let you get in. Just letting you know. Because
Yep.
some of them private texting me why I can get in. I said, well, what's your name? And then that's all it is. I said, well, that's now you know the reason.
The only one question I want to ask, because as you know that a lot of analysts are talking about the fact that these preliminary elections are coming ahead. That's Tuesday. And because of that, there's a lot of anticipation, the volatility that the market might have a pullback. What do you have any input on that?
I am just give me a second. I have somebody, Abdul. I do not know if you are your friend, Dr. Ashok. I don't know. You just keep private texting me all this, and I know that I posted the link in Discord. Why?
I already gave it to him.
And yeah, he keep private texting me. I don't get it. I said then I start ask for ID. I said, what ID? Anyway, I just in if you.
He has it already. He's got it.
Yeah, okay. Just he's private texting me, and just I do not want to ignore him. Just keep telling him no, there's no ID, nothing. Just put the link. It should be in it. I'm sorry, Adi. What's the question you have? Or somebody mentioned ask a question. I thought there is a question. Somebody posted hospitality stock. So what is hospitality stock? So if you are looking for hospitality stock, there are that website that you can look into it. But what I will say, it seems like you are trying to get into. Do not do it without knowing more
Yes.
details about the company. And just because you heard we are talking about it, it's not the right thing to do. There are, because some of this hospitality business, if you are not into it now and it's already running, you do not want to pay all the extra money to get in, because things can go down again. So wait for the dip. You do not buy stuff when things keep going higher.
Yep.
Okay.
My question was related to the elections that are primary elections coming this Tuesday.
Mhm.
So a lot of analysts were talking about it. I also heard on Bloomberg as well, the fact that, that might have a pullback on the market. So you have any who would like to weigh on it?
On the pullback side, nobody knows when it's gonna happen, right? Nobody. No, that, and as far as if somebody says, I know, please tell us. I would love to know, how did he come up with this model, and on what makes you to believe that. But here, those who's new just try to understand how it works and what sector. I just found the website. This is the website sectorspdr.com. You can go in there, and once you go there, look at last 3 months. Last 3 months, which sector is lowest. Healthcare it did not grow too much. Communication did not grow too much. Those are areas you can look for some deals that if you are not into it, right? But don't go areas like where consumer discretionary. Look at it, 15%, 18%. Some of these, if you highlight it, it shows you all the companies part of it. So then you just kind of, okay, there's some of this company, if you do not, just keep learning about those company or business. All right. And this is how you can kind of break down some sector, some other, and it has a lot of good visual map. Also, you can take a look at it, a sector heat map, and gives you a way, where they're at. And then when you go a little bit more deeper, you are going to find out that what stock to look for was not, or just keep learning. And as far as Eddie, what you mentioned about, the pullback, that when I shared economy, look at what happened, what's happening with the country and overall the world, things are good. And one of the quickest thing happened when the things good, that the rating that UK announced the rating. A lot of time people thought last week, yeah, UK announced their interest rate. They thought they will increase it, but according to the current sector, that everyone expected that, but UK did not increase the rate. So same is in Australia and some other countries. They are not looking to increase the rate. If that's the case happens, meaning that we have more bull run to go than and going slowing down. Okay, because now they see that the business, certain business are struggling, certain business are not. But if you look at what happened, let's say in SPY, any of those, look at the weekly daily chart. Look, this is SPY daily chart. Look at the daily chart. Last how many days it keep going bull run,
Absolutely. Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
You look at the weeks, we are not. So if it pull back, yeah, it can handle some of the pullback. But whenever it happens, look, QQQ, Nasdaq, all time is keep going higher and higher, going over 400, right?
Yep.
So what? So of course, anything what goes up is going to always come down, but it's not the ridiculous amount. Who are the people, companies that own most of this Nasdaq and SPY? If you look at SPY, Nasdaq, certain business is going to pull back. We know that Apple didn't take all-time gain. Amazon, Facebook did not get all-time gain. They got pullback, right?
Yep.
Amazon did not get a pullback. On the other hand, there are other companies got all-time high. So yeah, there will be balance, check and balance with certain business. They get all-time high. Can it go to the moon? No, it can't. NVIDIA is crazy stuff. Go the way NVIDIA happened. Look at that, NVIDIA AMD. It's like this. If somebody says, oh, it can go to the moon, yeah, it can go to the moon. But if you are not taking profit on this, do you think it's not going to pull back? You just wait. So some of these business are going to be people are going to take profit taking. I'm not saying it's not going to go higher, but there will be some check and balance happen at the end. Yeah, it's going to affect overall maybe that SPY, QQQ, it needs to be consolidated around where it is at. So I do think that it might consolidate, but it's not going to be, oh, it's coming back to shocking down, because one thing in Asia, it has proven the earnings, all the business, especially the stronger business, they got good numbers. So the numbers are good. So when those strong business are still surviving, their guidance are increasing. What do you think that is going to happen? It's not going to be slowing down. Their discretionary, especially Amazon, they did not gain much gain. They lost. So they need to, it's time for them to start going to the higher side. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
I would not be in scared mode, but I would be like, for the short-term side, if you are happy profit, take some profit, especially those in a kind of business that it gave you an amount of profit that you're happy with. Okay. And yeah, Arun, you raised your hand. Go ahead, ask your question.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for giving me your time. I have a really quick question that I posted a question about the hospitality business. I think Eddie was talking about. Because I'm pretty new to this. Last time I invested in a Tesla, it was like really high price for me. It was like around 840. I purchased like around 4 shares, and then that goes down. It reaches like 500, 600, and I was not able to buy because I was scared. So because I'm pretty much new, and what I want to do, I want to do the studies from the scratch. As you suggest, don't take the advice like, oh, somebody is saying that hospitality business is gonna go increase, so you just put your money in there. But like, what's the right way to do that then? Could you advise on?
So yeah, definitely. Eddie, I wanna have some of those, who is in the program we're running and it's taking time. Eddie, you or somebody, Baz, wanna take that suggestion or take a stab at Arun? What advice do you have for Arun?
Absolutely. If nobody wants, I will definitely take that.
Go ahead, Eddie.
In simple terms, because I'm also someone who's learning. Look, learning is something you will find every single day. There's always something that will beat you in the market. So don't think because you're doing it over the period of time, you will not really do something unexpected. So that is something that you will always incur something called either you're going to cut your loss or you're going to average down or you're going to take out profit. These are the only three probabilities whenever you invest money in stocks. There's no fourth probability there. The point with that is like, if you do want to start, we just hosted a simple session last week, actually, where I literally started with the very basic, in my humble opinion, coming from literally grounds up, the fact that until or unless you understand the basics, how market moves. So to me, there are three aspects, right? There's a market movement, there is a sector movement, and then there's a stock movement. Try to understand the general consensus. And I love the fact that here everybody pushes about understanding the business first, because if, for instance, if you notice that energy is 18% up, and I can show you the bunch of energy companies, they are down significantly. What does that tell you? If the sector is up, why the stock not going up? Because you don't understand their business specifically. So try to invest some time trying to understand that part. But before anything and everything, whenever you're in stock, always try to understand and from basics, and which is support and resistance. I would highly recommend try to understand the basic understanding of support and resistance. That's where I would definitely start. And I will be hosting another session this week. So if you like to join, just let me know. I'll be, we have this program, Zero to Hero program, and you're most welcome to join, and you can take advantage of it, because it is a 4-step program. I did the first session that I'm intend to repeat, and I'm writing the second course as we speak. So definitely you're most welcome to join us on that one.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Eddie.
That's
anyone want to take a stab at it?
Eddie,
What
one
advice-
question here.
Go ahead, Arun.
As you said there, so support and resistance is something you're talking about to attend the session so that I can learn more and more, correct?
Absolutely.
Or it's something else?
So Arun, it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like, depending on type of personality you have and how you make a decision. So when he was mentioning that support resistance, this is one of the aspect. Like, look at this. You see my chart here, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, when we say support and resistance, nobody knows what's gonna happen tomorrow in the market, right? Nobody knows. But when I'm looking at something like this, as you learn it, you are going to get better at it, and then you'll see that when it goes like this, means red and it's green, that or that ignore all this. But sometimes it tells you by looking at graph what might happen. You see that if at some, this is like still Amazon or sitting there for here around 35.22, this price range. You see the price 35.11 on the right side. Look at on the right side, right? It sit there.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So when it happens, then you just think, okay, if tomorrow market opens, at least it gives you an idea. Would you buy, if you want to buy Amazon stock, one stock costs 3,500, would you pay for the lowest it touched 35.08 last Friday, right here? You can see that once the lowest it touched, before I'm not going back. Sometimes you can go back and tells you previous when here November 5th, when market was open, it was at 9:30, Amazon was 34.76. You see that here? From 34.76 here last week Friday, it jumped all the way to here and it went to 35.63, and then again it's pulling back. Now the way market works is zigzag. It goes up, down, right? It's zigzag.
Yes.
Okay. So when he talks about support and resistance, you are looking at that at what point are you ready to buy or what point you are ready to sell. So I own good amount of Amazon. Like last week, I started selling when Amazon touched 300, like the 34, 90, 95. I'm slowly selling. So when it came up around 34.5, I sold it. When it came, I sold it. But when it came down, I bought some more. You see, it does. But can Amazon come down more? By looking at it now, if you look at it, what does it tell you? Red coming down is still trying to figure out, can it stay at this price, right? So tomorrow we do not know what's going to happen. Market is green, or Amazon or some bad news, or sometimes the news and events or some other variables that you need to look into, that what causing it go down. It can go down, right? So support resistance tells you that if your plan is tomorrow morning to get in there, what are the price are you willing to pay? Or you just saw that, okay, you wait. Maybe you might say, I'm not ready to pay this price. I will buy when it comes to here. You see, it touched there. It can come down. So those are the decisions when you're ready to go in, and what's your understanding of the chart based on the chart. This is one of the things I use, but now somebody might be using something else, but there is no right and wrong answer. It's all about what makes you comfortable to make in trading, what we call setup. What makes you comfortable with this setup, and then it brings you the result you're looking for your short term. Or you say, based on your time and the commitment, you do not have time to do this. You can put it by looking at some of these. You can say, hey, what's the best price? You can say best price you want, depending on next 2 days, 3 weeks. 3,400 is a very good price to get it. 3,460. You see that? Can it come down here? 33.75, awesome price. You can put a price in there and you walk away, do whatever you want. If it ever pull back, you purchase it. Great, right? So that's what he means. You need to understand support, but not everybody have to understand all this. It's just like those who likes to do all the more technical, we call technical traders. You trade based on all the chart. Others, they say, I don't understand anything. All I know a price I'm willing to pay, and tell me what the simple way. There are some uncharted, something called stockchart.com. You can go put all this information. It's going to give you support and resistance. You don't have to do all the fancy work, right? So that's also coming back to the program Eddie was mentioning. We do in our program that we do that, where we teach people the basic, the business foundation, and then once your foundation gets stronger, then you build from there. You do not jump from one business to another business. It's very hard to do that, right? So you invest your time to understand a business. When business like this Amazon pull back, meaning it goes down, you just know that you have a confidence that Amazon will do well. Now, some of this, remember, they know that I am a big fan of Amazon. The reason, because when I say I invested time of with Amazon, I do think, when I do here, I'll show you. If you look at this long-term chart, Amazon touched 37.53 not too long ago. That was in July. But if I look at monthly in Amazon, in 2020, 2019, COVID started. Look at COVID started 1990. Since COVID started, Amazon came back to 14 here. But after COVID 2020, that Amazon sitting here. From here, from 2020, Amazon said 2036. But since then, Amazon went high. Let's compare this. If you compare Amazon with the other similar business, the line they are in, like Google, Apple, Tesla, they have more than 60%, 70% gain. Amazon did not have that gain comparing all their peers, right? Everything, remember earlier we talked about inflation, everything went high. Amazon made money. It's not like, Amazon did not make money. They reinvested back the money in the growth area that Amazon, some of you already know that Amazon is going to be offering the video, movies. Now Amazon coming up their Amazon TV. They have their own insurance business. They're coming up so many other businesses that with the ecosystem that they, instead of raising their share value, they are putting the money back to the growth side. That way soon when Amazon start sharing some of the number, it's going to be flying. Okay. So that's why I believe that I am long-term. Short-term, yes, I do sell some Amazon. That's for short-term. My long-term, I believe the business is going to do well. And then it's going to be same level like others, their peers, that Google and the others are growth, the amount of growth they had, Amazon should be in that level, 40 to 50%. Okay. Does
Just
that
want
make sense?
to add to the part that, like, look, at the end of the day, as Mushi Bhai said, this is the best way to understand. Like, this is just one way of looking at it. The best part of the program is, like, you have multiple people who are doing training there, which helps you understand, hey, from Eddie's perspective, this is the initial point. From Abdul's perspective, this is initial point. From Best's perspective, so the point is you get to see all different aspects. For instance, I say from New York, you have to go to San Francisco, right? You have three different options. You can take the plane, you can take mass transit like a metro bus or something like that, or you can drive there. Our job is not to dictate what you choose. Our job is to show you the options.
Right. And everybody, when it comes to investment or especially making decision with your money, because it's your hard-earned money. We do not want to influence anybody just to follow me. And our goal is helping people so they have enough knowledge they can make on this decision. That's also one of the mission with UrbanHood. We are not giving people fish. We're teaching you how to catch the fish. Okay. What else you guys are doing? Almost 9:45. We did not get to this, but the Tesla. What is all this Tesla saga happening? Man, I hope this is going to stop tomorrow, because otherwise I'm going to get slaughtered tomorrow. I loaded Tesla too.
Me too.
Why Elon has to talk about it this week, especially when I'm ready to have a big gain, and then he sells 10%. So what do you think you guys tomorrow morning Tesla might do?
I think it's gonna be similar story as Facebook. As you know, that day when I think last week Tuesday, when Facebook announced that Mark Zuckerberg sold X amount of shares in order to gain this much money for the business. The next thing after that, it had a $30 run. I think a similar story will happen. I think it's just one of those fake stories where it's gonna continue to go like aggressively high. That's what I think. That's why I loaded on the calls. So like when I got the news, instead of like anything, I was like, time to buy.
Yeah. Okay. How about others? What do you guys think? Tesla might do. There's no right or wrong answer. Right? Nobody knows. We are just speculating. But based on the chart tells yeah, of course it's bullish run. It has a long bullish run. If we look at last week, Friday, that Tesla, you see that Tesla was whole time it's consolidating, consolidating within this price 1200, 1230. But I was impressed the whole time last week. Tesla stayed over 1200. It did not, when the whole time means last week, Thursday, Friday, it did not go below 1200. It stayed above 1200. All right. So tomorrow when market opens, I agree with you, Eddie, that I do think it might pull back a little bit. And I would not be surprised it goes below 1200. If it does, I'm going to load more. Tesla is going to turn around. So those who is looking to get an opportunity, I know there in this room, there are people asking me what price to buy. If Tesla goes below tomorrow, you'll see especially around 1150. Just don't think twice, just get it. It's going to turn around. It's not going back to 1000. Okay. It is. Tesla is going to, and can it come down? Yeah, it can. When I say it's not, I take it back. It can go down. Tesla, we have seen that it did, but very quickly it will turn around. Now, momentum is on its side. So, yeah, Elon, we know Elon, he loves that attention. He loves the media. He just, right now, if you look at trending, the whole media, social media, Elon is on the top of it. So with one of his tweets, just like our ex-president, he could shake up the whole market, right? So it's very powerful that
Disruptor is his name. His nickname should be Disruptor, not Doji.
He disrupt the whole market, right? So, and that's when you might want to reconsider if you put Tesla, those who are doing put. He already made a lot of people get burned. Do not know what he's going to do next, and then what happened? He can make a lot of people broke. Don't bet against. I know some of my friends did a bet against Tesla, and I kept telling them, you don't understand Tesla. If you try to compare Tesla with the Ford and GM, you better not even think of Tesla. Go put your money on Disney. You'll make more money. And you're literally, nobody have to explain to you what business Disney is in, right? So yeah, tomorrow it's going to be interesting day with for Tesla. But
I just want to add one more thing, and this is a little off topic, but just again, because we're talking about market, whatnot. As you know, that Cyber Monday is bigger than Black Friday now. Because if you look at the amount of sales that happen on Cyber Monday, that number is much larger than the sales that happen on Black Friday, because Black Friday primarily is limited to retail sales like Walmart and Target and whatnot, whereas, as you know, the big players in there. So that's one of the major catalysts that gives me more comfort that hopefully, and I hope I'm right on this one, that Amazon will pay us nicely so I can have a nice car. Other than that, I believe if you are considering to play Cyber Monday, Wayfair, Overstock, consider them as well, because Wayfair and Overstock had a great run as well. Because if you think Amazon is not your play, I totally understand that. If I have to put my money, I would put my money on Wayfair than Overstock, because it is so beaten down that it's trying to recover, and it's a good time to take advantage of it. But I would take it as a day trade. I would not swing Overstock or Wayfair. Make sure that you're clear. Amazon is something I'm willing to swing trade, but I'm just letting you know, like, if you are interested in that, try to take a look at it, because Wayfair has definitely a better entry than Overstock.
Yeah, in the past, I remember I played with Wayfair. I moved over. Let me see where they're at. Oh wow, it got burned. Yeah, you're right. What made it? They had earning miss, it looks like.
Yes.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, this is actually it's a good opportunity. And can it go and in fact, just remind me. We're going to get some good play talk about. Wayfair, look at that, if we look at Wayfair on all-time high, what was that, they touched?
300 something.
Also,
Yeah.
holy cow, 355, 369.
Yep.
And from there, it's coming back to 369 to now, where are they at? Damn.
I actually played it last 2 weeks, so I was very happy because I was just bouncing off of those lines, support and resistance. But also there, again, because of the Cyber Monday, I'm anticipating there's going to be run on it, so I bought some January calls on it.
Okay, I think this is some leap call on Wayfair, I will definitely go after it.
Anybody who knows what leave call is, please teach me, because I don't know. And look, guys, there's nothing wrong accepting it.
This is good. This is how so when I say leap call, meaning I am taking a call in next 6 months to 1 year. Okay. So I'm not taking in 3 months, at least 6 months that ahead I'm going to look for, or sometimes 1 year.
Problem with the amount of volume, so be careful, because I could not find any volume beyond January, so be careful with that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Whatever levels, or sometimes what happened, I look for the last contract available and then go after those. Okay. But yeah, this is not short term. I'm looking for longer. But yeah, overall, this is a good business. It's going to turn around. But still it's risky when we see especially earnings. After earnings, it goes down. Sometimes we have seen 2-3 days in a row it keep going down. So it can go down more. And you saw the same story with Moderna. Now coming to some of our favorites, Moderna. Look at what happened. How many of you own it and still why didn't I sell it and crying for it? Anyone here?
I was the one saying shoot me, but I have a January call, so I'm good.
Okay. But it's all depends. Okay, good. I forgive you, January call. Depending on when you bought it, right? But look at it. Where it is, holy cow, from 347 and it got slaughtered. It got slaughtered, like it touched 215. And last Friday, I was just watching it might go down, and I was ready to buy when it's going to go down below 200. I put some order also, it didn't execute. But I put order 210, 215, it got executed. But 200 below, I had multiple orders. But somehow when I was looking at it, you can see it is beautiful tide, it just keep going down. It just let it come. And I was waiting right here around 200, but it didn't touch, but slowly some of this touched. But yeah, can it go down tomorrow? A little bit, maybe not, but it got beaten up big time. This is overall that I did share in the Discord. Did you guys see that in the Discord? I shared some details about this business.
Yes, I saw the message after hours.
Yeah, somebody gives an idea. Then I said, if you think they are in the COVID business, learn that, look at it, what they have in the pipeline. This is going to be turned around. This is in healthcare industry. This is another Tesla. When it runs, this baby runs.
Same goes for NVAX. If you notice that NVAX is running parallel with that, so that's a very good play. It's a good entry for Moderna. If I have to average on, I'm going to average on, as you said, below 200, 185, 186, what I'm looking at, because when I look at the charting, to enter again. Otherwise, I'm just going to hold it as I have multiple calls on it. But NVAX is a very good play because the options pay sweetly on that.
Yeah. And those who is new with option, please do not get into option without learning how it works. But option is always, you can make, if you learn that game, you can make a good income with that, And one beautiful thing with option that you can make money on the both side and upside or downside. So all depends on how you play that game. So either way, when you keep market going down, some of us they smile, let's come down more because you're making money. And when you enjoy goes up, it's oh yeah, both way you are just smiling, right? But it's a beautiful thing, but it takes time to learn. And especially if you're new, do something called paper trading, and you do not have to. This is the only thing in stock market that you do not need to spend a penny to learn how it works. With the fake money, you just do all these, see if it's work for you. Then when you feel confident, then go ahead, do it with the real money. Okay. What else? We are 5:55. Almost about time, man. This time changing is killing. What do you think? Doesn't it feel like, man, it's too early to be in the hole. I need to be outside a little bit more. Now we'll be in the cave for a while. This cave is, in a way, it's good. We can spend more time, do more sessions, right, Eddie? We can do more sessions. Now people are not going to say, I'm so busy, man. I have commitment issue.
I mean, I was like, maybe I have that bug in me now, Anil. I'm like, let me start writing training. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? It's Sunday, do something.
I know. How about others, do you guys have any questions or anything in mind? Few more minutes while we are at. Abdul, I see that we have some new guests joined. Do you guys want to introduce yourself? Is this the first time you joined with us? How did you like it? From which location in the world you're joining us from? If you cannot speak, you can type it in. Else, others. Was it helpful, guys? Are you guys ready? Pumped up tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. You're always, Bajwa, you're always there ready.
I am always positive, looking forward.
Awesome. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll have an awesome week. Just like every week so far is great. Market is not holding back. You're going to see the market is ready to keep going up and up.
Yeah.
We need a parachute. Some of these, hey, should I jump now? No, don't jump. This is not the time to jump.
I keep on monitoring or watching. Okay, if it is going higher.
Yes, but at the same time, the one is keep going higher, and you gotta decide at this point you're going to take some profit. If you don't do it, you saw that what happened to Moderna, boom, it just hit you. And it's the what in I sell some, at least some. Now you couldn't buy back, right?
Yes.
So some of this business we know those are legit business. It will turn around. But why not take some profit and come back and even load up more, right? So this is the reason that us in Abdul and others we recommend take some profit. That's why it's always good to walk away with the green than red. Red, because after a while, that when it gets red.
But my case, there was no profit. Just it was going down and down.
Yep.
So I would have taken profit. I try to take the profit. I don't wait much.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. And those who joined, and I know that again, I mentioned if I share this this new Zoom link, and then you are trying to join, don't put user 1, user 2, user 3, and then some of those now private texting me. I'm ignoring them. I said, I know that they know that I cannot keep reminding them, why aren't you putting your real name? So put the real name, please. All right, thank you, everybody. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday, we have a great session. And every week we do free. And those who is in Zero to Hero and other program that every Monday night we meet. So tomorrow, the rest folks, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow night. Have a good night and happy trading, everybody. Good night.